Welcome to our video on communication psychology facts. Communication is an essential part of our everyday lives, and understanding how it works can help us to be more effective in our interactions with others. In this video, we'll explore some key facts about communication psychology, including how our words and actions can influence others, the importance of nonverbal cues, and the role of emotions in communication. We'll also discuss how good communication skills can help us to build stronger relationships and improve our mental health. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn some fascinating insights into the psychology of communication. 1. Communication is more than just words. Communication is a complex process that involves not only the words we use, but also our tone of voice, body language, facial expressions, and other nonverbal cues. When we communicate with others, we use not only our words, but also a range of nonverbal cues such as tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language. These nonverbal cues can convey important information about our emotions, intentions, and attitudes, and they can sometimes even contradict the words we use. For example, imagine that you are in a meeting with your boss, and she says to you, "That was a great presentation." However, her tone of voice is flat and unenthusiastic, and her arms are crossed tightly over her chest. In this situation, her nonverbal cues may suggest that she was not actually impressed with your presentation, even though her words indicated otherwise. Similarly, imagine that you are speaking to someone who is slouching in their chair, avoiding eye contact, and fidgeting with their hands. Even if they are saying all the right things, their nonverbal cues may suggest that they are disinterested, distracted, or even uncomfortable. Therefore, it's important to pay attention not just to the words someone is saying, but also to their tone of voice, body language, and facial expressions. By doing so, we can gain a more complete understanding of their message and communicate more effectively with them. 2. Active listening is crucial. Good communication requires active listening. This means not only hearing the words someone is saying, but also paying attention to their tone of voice, body language, and other nonverbal cues. Active listening is an important component of good communication. It means being fully present and attentive to what someone is saying, both verbally and nonverbally. This involves not only hearing the words that are being spoken, but also paying attention to the speaker's tone of voice, body language, and other nonverbal cues. Active listening requires several key skills, including 1. Paying attention. This means focusing on the speaker and avoiding distractions such as phones, other people, or thoughts that may take your attention away from the conversation. 2. Showing interest. Demonstrating genuine interest in what the speaker is saying can encourage them to open up and share more. 3. Paraphrasing. This involves restating what the speaker has said in your own words to demonstrate that you understand their message. 4. Asking questions. Asking questions can help clarify the speaker's message and demonstrate that you are engaged and interested in what they are saying. Active listening can help build trust and understanding between people, which can lead to more effective communication. It can also help prevent misunderstandings and conflicts by ensuring that everyone involved in the conversation is on the same page. Overall, good communication requires active listening, which means paying attention to both the words and nonverbal cues of the speaker. By doing so, we can demonstrate that we are engaged and interested in the conversation, and build stronger relationships with the people we communicate with. 3. Communication is a two-way street. Communication is a mutual process in which both parties share responsibility for effective communication. This means that both the speaker and the listener need to be actively engaged in the process. Communication is a two-way street, meaning that it requires active participation from both the speaker and the listener. This is because effective communication is a mutual process that involves both sending and receiving messages. The speaker's responsibility is to convey their message clearly and accurately. This involves using clear and concise language, providing enough detail and context to ensure understanding, and being mindful of nonverbal cues such as tone of voice and body language. However, effective communication also requires active listening from the listener. This means being fully present in the conversation, paying attention to the speaker's message, and providing feedback to ensure that their message has been understood. Active listening involves several key skills, including paying attention, showing interest, paraphrasing, and asking questions. By actively engaging in the conversation and demonstrating an interest in the speaker's message, the listener can help facilitate effective communication. Ultimately, effective communication is a shared responsibility that requires active participation from both the speaker and the listener. By working together to ensure clear and accurate communication, both parties can achieve a greater understanding of each other's perspectives and build stronger relationships. 4. Context matters. Communication is influenced by the context in which it takes place. Factors such as the physical environment, cultural background, and social norms can all affect how communication is perceived. Context matters in communication because the setting, environment, and circumstances in which communication takes place can influence how the message is perceived and understood. Some factors that can affect the context of communication include: 1. Physical environment. The physical space in which communication takes place can influence the tone, mood, and level of formality of the interaction. For example, a conversation held in a noisy or crowded environment may require a louder or more direct communication style. 2. Cultural background. People from different cultures may have different communication styles and norms, such as the amount of eye contact or physical touch that is appropriate. Understanding these cultural differences can help avoid misunderstandings and promote effective communication. 3. Social norms. Social norms, such as gender roles or power dynamics, can also influence communication. For example, in some cultures, it may be considered disrespectful to speak up or disagree with someone who is in a position of authority. 4. Relationship dynamics. The nature of the relationship between the parties involved can also affect communication. Communication between friends may be more casual and informal, while communication between coworkers or strangers may require more formality and structure. By being aware of these contextual factors, we can adjust our communication style to better fit the situation and ensure that our message is being understood as intended. This can help build stronger relationships and prevent misunderstandings or conflicts. In summary, context matters in communication because it can influence how the message is perceived and understood. Factors such as the physical environment, cultural background, and social norms can all affect communication, and being aware of these factors can help promote effective communication. 5. Feedback is important. Feedback is an essential part of effective communication. Providing feedback allows both parties to clarify their understanding of the message and make adjustments as necessary. Feedback is an essential component of effective communication because it provides an opportunity for both the sender and the receiver of a message to clarify their understanding and make adjustments as necessary. When feedback is provided, the receiver of the message has the opportunity to confirm that they have accurately understood the sender's message. This can help to prevent misunderstandings and misinterpretations, which can lead to communication breakdowns. Feedback can also help the sender of the message to refine and adjust their communication style. For example, if the receiver provides feedback that they did not understand a particular aspect of the message, the sender can modify their approach to make the message clearer. In order to provide effective feedback, it is important to be specific, objective, and constructive. Specific feedback provides concrete examples and details about what was effective or ineffective in the communication. Objective feedback is focused on the message itself, rather than the person delivering it. Constructive feedback provides suggestions for improvement and focuses on solutions rather than criticism. By providing feedback in a constructive and specific way, both parties can benefit from improved communication and a clearer understanding of each other's perspectives. In summary, feedback is an essential part of effective communication because it allows both parties to clarify their understanding of the message and make adjustments as necessary. By providing specific, objective, and constructive feedback, we can improve our communication skills and build stronger relationships. 6. Language can shape our perceptions. The language we use can shape the way we perceive the world around us. For example, the use of certain words or phrases can create a positive or negative association with a particular concept or idea. Language can shape our perceptions because the words we use to describe the world around us can influence the way we think and feel about different concepts and ideas. For example, the language used to describe a particular social group or issue can impact the way that group or issue is perceived by society as a whole. The use of certain words or phrases can create a positive or negative association with a particular concept or idea. For example, if the word terrorism is used to describe a group of people, it can create a negative association with that group and influence the way they are perceived. Similarly, if the word freedom fighter is used to describe the same group, it can create a positive association and influence a more sympathetic view of that group. Language can also shape our perceptions through the use of metaphors and analogies. Metaphors and analogies are used to compare one concept or idea to another, and they can help to clarify complex ideas or make them more relatable. However, they can also influence the way we think about certain concepts or ideas. For example, if we compare a company to a machine, we may focus more on efficiency and productivity rather than on the well-being of employees or the impact of the company on the environment. In summary, language can shape our perceptions because the words we use to describe the world around us can influence the way we think and feel about different concepts and ideas. The use of certain words or phrases can create a positive or negative association with a particular concept or idea, and metaphors and analogies can also influence the way we think about certain concepts or ideas. It is important to be mindful of the language we use and its potential impact on others. 7. Emotions can influence communication. Our emotions can affect how we communicate with others. For example, when we are angry or upset, we may be more likely to use aggressive or confrontational language. Emotions can influence communication in several ways. When we experience strong emotions like anger, frustration, or sadness, it can affect the way we communicate with others. For example, when we are angry or upset, we may be more likely to use aggressive or confrontational language. This can escalate conflicts and make it difficult to resolve disagreements. Similarly, when we are feeling anxious or nervous, we may struggle to communicate effectively. We may stumble over our words or struggle to express ourselves clearly, which can make it difficult for others to understand our message. On the other hand, positive emotions like joy, excitement, and enthusiasm can also influence communication. When we are feeling happy and positive, we may be more likely to communicate with others in a friendly and welcoming way. This can help to build stronger relationships and improve social interactions. Overall, emotions can have a significant impact on the way we communicate with others. It's important to be mindful of our emotional state and how it may be affecting our communication, and to make an effort to communicate in a way that is clear, respectful, and effective. 8. Communication is essential for healthy relationships. Good communication is essential for healthy relationships. Effective communication allows us to express our thoughts and feelings, understand others' perspectives, and work through conflicts and challenges. Communication is an essential component of healthy relationships. Effective communication allows us to express our thoughts and feelings, understand others' perspectives, and work through conflicts and challenges. When we communicate effectively with our loved ones, we are better able to build strong and meaningful relationships. Good communication skills also help us to establish boundaries, express our needs and desires, and negotiate compromises when necessary. When we are able to communicate clearly and respectfully, we are more likely to feel heard and understood by our partners, which can lead to greater trust, intimacy, and satisfaction in our relationships. On the other hand, poor communication can lead to misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and conflicts that can damage relationships over time. When we are unable to express ourselves effectively or to understand others' perspectives, it can be difficult to build strong and healthy relationships. Overall, good communication is essential for healthy relationships. It's important to cultivate strong communication skills and to make an effort to communicate openly and honestly with our loved ones. By doing so, we can build stronger, more meaningful relationships that bring us joy and fulfillment. And that's a wrap on our video on communication psychology facts. We hope you've learned something new and useful today. Remember, communication is a complex process that involves more than just words. Paying attention to nonverbal cues, being an active listener, and providing feedback are all essential components of effective communication. By cultivating strong communication skills, we can build stronger relationships, improve our mental health, and navigate the challenges of everyday life more effectively. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.